I just wish we could be honest about things, but social media pushes us to exaggerate, and not only exaggerate, but on the borderline of lying and just manipulating people for the sake of dopamine hits, and for others, dopamine hits plus money. And a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people who make content online, whether it be gaming or even political people and people who actually work in the media and work in the government, everything nowadays just seems to be disingenuous and just utterly really full of shit. And a lot of people don't even realize that they are being manipulated because we have ego. And also, if you were realizing you were being manipulated, you wouldn't be manipulated because you'd be aware of the fact you were being manipulated. So a lot of people aren't even aware of just how much of an influence social media, YouTubers, and just media in general, no matter how you digest it, is controlling the way we think and the way we behave and the way we are running as a world now. And it is to our own detriment. And I just wish we could be honest. And XDefiant in Call of Duty and what's going on right now is a great example of that. And I just wish we could just be honest. And in this video, I want to be honest because at the same time I do it. I make clickbait, or not clickbait, but sensationalized videos, sensationalized titles to get people to click on it, and then people start to do it in other channels, and then you have to become more salacious and you have to be more clickbaity and you got to try to be more outlandish to try to get people to come to your channel so you can make money and get views. And it's just a really, really downward spiraling cycle that leads us all to just not living an authentic experience, whether it be in the world, our perception of reality, or our perception of certain aspects of the world, whether it be something as stupid as XDefiant versus Call of Duty, or our perspective on our own countries and the way the things are going and our political leaders and just the overall zeitgeist of society can be altered to, I guess, levels that are unhealthy and aren't realistic. And I want to just point out something here that maybe people are not aware of, and they have an unrealistic expectation of reality and what's really going on. I did some searching, right? And it seems like, this doesn't seem true, but, we are pushed with celebritism in society, and we're pushed with money and success, and everyone's doing so well. And that leads to a lot of feelings of self-worth, I guess lesser self-worth, and feelings that you're not living up to your expectations or not doing enough. But I'll ask you a question, but I was going to answer it anyways. If you were to guess, how many people do you think in America, which is supposed to be the most prosperous country with the most, American dream, right? Highest chance, highest propensity to become successful. How many people do you think in America are earning $1 million or more? Keep in mind, there's 360 million people in America right now, even more so undocumented. But, if you were to guess, I don't know what you would say. I've asked other people, maybe 10%. It is 0.06% of the population of America makes more than $1 million a year. Roughly 260,000 people out of 360 million are earning $1 million a year or more. Then I would ask another question. You're like, okay, how many people do you think are earning $100,000 or more a year in America out of a country with 360 million? Who do you think is making $100K or more a year? And, you're thinking 100K really ain't that big of a deal. Well, how many people? 6% of Americans earn an annual salary of $100,000 or more. 6%, about 8 million people in the entire country with 360 million. That means that 352 million people out of the 360 million are not even making 100 grand in today's society, in today's world, where you would think that'd be a pretty solid income. It's just unrealistic expectations society based upon the glamorization of celebrities and athletes, and everyone's doing so great. Because at the end of the day, almost all of us, 94%, are not making more than $100,000 a year, and a lot less of us are making a whole lot less than that and are living just check to check and just trying to get by. But we're sold on this American dream, which is not a reality. It's not a reality. I want to bring us back to the XDefiant situation here and how that also is a microcosm of we're not being honest. A lot of people are being told to hate Call of Duty, which is fine. Let me get that out of the way right now. If you hate Call of Duty, I'm not attacking you, so take your little ego down. That's another problem, too, that people do not like to be questioned upon their own thoughts and their own narratives that they have running in their mind. And when they are met with opposition, they get angry and they do not want to listen, which is fine. So let me say right out the gate so you do not get defensive. If you do not like Call of Duty, that is perfectly fine, okay? I don't care if you like Call of Duty, and I do not want to compare XDefiant 2 Call of Duty. So let's just get that out of the way so we have no one in the video or watching the video or in the comments right now getting defensive, trying to defend something, because people in this world like to identify themselves with things they like, and then when someone attacks something that they like, they take it as a personal insult. That is a negative personality trait, by the way. If you like something that you have nothing to do with, have no creation with, have nothing that you have any way whatsoever done to help make something that you like, whether it be a music or a video game or a genre of movies or whatever, you need to set yourself back and take yourself out of that and realize you don't have any skin in that game. And because someone doesn't like something that you like, it's not a personal attack against you. But just to make it clear so that doesn't get mixed up, I don't care if you don't like Call of Duty. This video is not predicated upon you liking or disliking Call of Duty. But what it is predicated upon is people pushing a narrative for views that manipulates their audience into believing something that's not true. Now, we have to be honest. Let us be honest about XDefiant. I have been playing XDefiant today, giving it a real shot, giving it a real chance, and I can see it can be fun. It has its positives, but we need to be honest about this game. We need to be honest, and I am being honest. I'm not coming from any kind of fanboyism. I'm a grown goddamn adult. I do not care about liking or disliking a video game. I'm not a fanboy. I am a grown adult. I am old enough to be 90% of you people watching this video's father. Let me just get that correct. You're talking to your dad here, so get that in your mind. You're talking to a father figure adult. So let me be honest with you. We have to be honest. XDefiant has some serious problems. And it is fine. I'm not trying to compare it to Call of Duty, okay? It has some serious problems, but people's hate is so great for Call of Duty, whether it have been manifested by YouTubers who make money and make views and make a living by hating on something, and then you get sucked into that as well, which is possible, which happens, right? You may not even cared about Call of Duty or liking or hating it, but then you start seeing so many videos and whatnot of that get popular of people hating on it that you just sort of fell into that. Nonetheless, there are some serious issues with XDefiant, and no one is being honest about that. And I'm tired of people pushing something for just clicks and views and manipulating their audience. And the point is that people want to hate Call of Duty more than actually like XDefiant. And if you like XDefiant, once again, don't get sensitive. It is fine. I do not care. I just want to say that people are not being honest about the glaring issues with it. And they're just in the honeymoon stage. And you can see them right away when you play. I mean, I don't know how many times I shoot somebody and it shows a hit marker. And then I look at the after kill, whatever report, and it shows that I didn't even hit the person. They still have 120 HP. Or how many times do I get killed behind a corner? Or how many times am I getting melted by somebody with like faster time to kill than old school Call of Duties? And the game is supposed to have a longer time to kill. Like the time to kill should be quite long in XDefiant, much more so than Modern Warfare 3, I believe. But sometimes, and more times, almost every other game, almost every game, it seems that it occurs multiple times that I'm just getting melted by one bullet, two bullets, like as if we're playing hardcore team deathmatch in Call of Duty. And every single game, I'm getting shot behind corners. And every single game, it's like the hit detection not so great. There are some serious issues with the netcode. Besides the glaring netcode and real issues with hit detection and server connection, there are also just really dumb things in the game, like the specialists, I guess you would call them, are just really, really obnoxious. Dudes putting up shields that they can shoot through that you can't shoot through, and they're supposed to be a first-person shooter. They have painkiller times 10,000 as one of the specialists, where the person really pretty much becomes invincible for periods of unknown origin. I don't even know how the hell long that lasts for. I run into that and I unload an entire clip and the guy barely even takes any damage. Then you have a consistent wall hack, I guess, ability that everybody runs, so trying to flank people can be difficult. The weapon balance is kind of silly. The jankiness of the hit detection, which I already mentioned, plus just how unsmooth it feels. And people keep talking about how the movement's so great. I get that, but at the same time, it feels very, very clunky. For some reason, if that's possible, it seems like a juxtaposition that you think it's smooth, but at the same time, it's very clunky. And I'm sure people defending the game will say, yes, they're going to fix it. They're going to make changes. Their updates are going to come. And that's great. That's great. But as of now, those haven't happened. So we're talking in the present, not in some magical future, which hasn't even happened yet, but we're dealing with now. And as of now, the issues I've just stated are objectively, without any kind of argument that can be made. Everything I've said, everybody watches this video, if they're being honest with themselves and each other, have to admit that what I just said is factual. But once again, not defending Call of Duty. People have a hard time with that. You can be critical of something else without defending something else. It's like I can be critical of Donald Trump without supporting Joe Biden, and I can be critical of Joe Biden without supporting Donald Trump. Let's just get back to being honest. And I think, and I'm kind of tired of it, and like I said, I play a part in it too. It's addicting. I'm just tired of the manipulation of people through social media algorithms and through monetary, reimbursements. People like to, pump things up, over-exaggerate it, and a lot of people, and I'm assuming a lot of people, this video went over a lot of people's heads, but whatever, I still feel I have to make it. But I feel a lot of people don't realize that they are being manipulated, and they don't realize what they're thinking may not be actually how they would be if they were given a different external stimulation and inputs. It's popular to hate Call of Duty, and so XDefiant comes out, and if you hate Call of Duty, that's fine, but people, like I said, are hating hate Call of Duty rather more so than they are enjoying XDefiant. And XDefiant's fun. It's fun. But you need to be honest about it, guys. It has a lot of issues that are objectively bad with the game. I'm just getting tired of the gaslighting that I'm seeing from social media people, myself included. So I just wanted to be honest with this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm the Ghost of 8. Y'all take care. Your dad's checking out now. Stay black and question authority, and don't let the honky cracker telling shapeshifters bring you down.